came from collect cars, run around with a hot knot. Now flex like a Charlie Bond.
Podcast. We in the building tonight. We have our special guest co-host tonight, Gregory. Can you introduce yourself? Let them know where you're from, what you do.
Okay. How you guys doing today? My name is Gregory. You can call me Crimson. I'm from another podcast called Land Party, and I'm here to talk shit. I'm strictly here to talk shit.
So I want to know, you know what I'm saying? To everybody that voted or who didn't vote, you know, that's topic right now. I wanted to vote. Let's start there. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the right district. And they got these shit laws and rules where, like, if you even out your little county or your little area, you can't vote. You know what I'm saying? So I was at work all day, so I couldn't vote. But I would have loved to vote. I'm all for voting. But I see a lot of people are not with the voting. I want to know, why. What's the big deal? Like, what is it that's making people really feel like, yo, I don't want to vote?
I've heard so many excuses today, and it's disgusting.
Right. What's your take on voting?
He's always disgusting. What do you discuss about this week?
He really do be disgusting.
Yeah.
You filth.
Filthy animals. Like, I do.
He really do feel like
You don't be chest.
Nah.
Right.
So, it's the same thing every time. Oh, it doesn't matter. Our votes don't count. Like they're gonna put in power who they want. Blah blah, fucking blah. Okay, this. And somebody shared a post on Facebook earlier, and I just had to fucking reshare it. It was basically like fucking slaves with fucking I voted stickers saying I voted. Like, y'all are so dumb. Like understand that like that mentality that you have, that our votes don't matter, so it doesn't make sense if we vote. That's the exact mentality that fucking white people want you to have, so you don't fucking vote. I'm saying, so like when you sit at home and like, oh, I fucking vote so matter. One, you're admitting to fucking whitey that you're the inferior race.
right.
I'm saying, because if you didn't feel inferior, you wouldn't feel like your fucking vote didn't count. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is so fucking trash. Like that bothers me to my core. And it's like, and it's people that like, and it bothers me that it's people that I went to school with. These people that,
adults, grown ass people with kids.
Like what happened in your life that made you feel this way, my nigga? Like I'm black and I'm proud as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm black as fuck. You feel me? You can't tell me I'm not black. You can't tell me that my fucking vote doesn't matter. I tell you whose vote doesn't fucking matter. The motherfucker who sat home and didn't fucking vote. Yes, your fucking vote doesn't matter because it didn't happen, dickhead.
Right.
Like niggas didn't get the fucking picture. The fucking look who the fuck is our fucking president. My nigga, like, because I was saying the same shit. Oh, Hillary's evil. She's the devil. Yada yada yada. Like, my nigga, that's what they want you to feel, my nigga. So you stay home and you don't vote, and then now you want to fucking complain about who the fuck the president. No, you have no right to say shit now. You revoked your right to say anything, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I mean, what do you say to the people that feel like they don't get, like, it doesn't bother them, it doesn't affect their day to day? Well, I'm good, I get paid still, I own my own this.
These are the same people who complain about how much taxes is taken out of their paycheck every week, every 2 weeks.
That's a fact.
Like, my nigga, everything.
Or that the roads
are
fucked up.
Yeah, like, oh, MTA is trash. Well, who's your governor? Who's your mayor?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who did you put in office, my nigga? Like, get the fuck out of here.
So one of the things for me personally is, one, I didn't really feel like I knew enough about the candidates. I didn't know who was doing what, whose name is what. I only know, I feel like after people are elected, I'll be like, all right, that's Cuomo, all right, that's whoever, whatever. But it's not enough for me, not enough information. Like, the same way they have go vote on Facebook and on Instagram and all of that, for people who don't have the time to sit there and do wild research about the candidates, I feel like it needs to be more accessible like
I've been telling people this, and I feel like nobody's paying attention. This was on Facebook. When you go on Facebook, just how today, it was like today's election day. As soon as you log on to Facebook, like right on the top of your timeline, there was a thing that you could click. Like right at before you start scrolling, before you see anybody's post, there was a thing. It was on my Facebook every day for the past week.
Oh, it wasn't on mine.
You can go in it, you can click, and it shows everybody who's running. You can enter your address. It tells you who's in your district that's running, and you can click on each person. And then for each candidate, it'll have questions, and it was like a video of that person answering the question, so you can see who's running, what they run for, shit like that. Like,
did anybody else see that?
Let me tell you something.
Because that would have been mad helpful. But another thing too was at the polls, like I had to help this elderly Hispanic couple because they didn't know what to do. I don't know if this was their first time voting ever, if it was their first time they had the opportunity to vote, I should say. But they were stuck. They were just like, well, what bubbles do I fill in? Like, how is this section off? How is this? How is that? And there's the language barrier. So I know one of the what you call it, proposals or whatever, what's on the back of the thing? Policies. One of the policies that I think that they had was to have more translators and more this at the,
I would agree they do need
at the sites because I couldn't tell you who spoke Spanish in there.
Yeah.
And it was I voted in South Ozone Park, so it was majority like black and Indian or whatever the case may be. But there are other people that lives there, even if it's just like 2 families or whatever, like they still need that help in their language.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have more of that than
I think as far as like knowing who to vote for too, that's just a lack of education. You know, a lot of people don't even know how the voting process goes. Like, you should want to do your homework and figure out who to vote for. You know, and it doesn't mean, you gotta vote red or blue or whatever the case is, or you a traitor or what have you, but it's to at least have the knowledge to go out and vote for whoever it is that you want to vote for. To say that your vote doesn't matter, like I said, it's just like, it's childish to me.
I think it's more on the educational aspect.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you gotta think about it, at the end of the day, right? Half the people that said they ain't voting, ask the motherfuckers right now who's a Democrat, what is a Democrat, what's a Republican. People cannot answer that question.
Exactly.
And I'm a registered independent. You know what I'm saying? I register as an independent and I vote for who I see fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the party lines honestly don't mean anything personally to me because they could be a Republican candidate who's running for shit that I believe in. So I'm gonna vote for that person. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But if it ever is the case, I want that option.
Nah, I respect where you come from, that retrospect, but you gotta think about it from the everyday nigga that fuck around playing 2K all day. These niggas do not know what a Republican is.
Right.
In their head, Republican is bad.
Right.
Democrat is good.
Right.
Half the time, it might not even be like that sometimes.
Right.
not even that it's good. It's just all black people vote Democrat. That's what they think.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they feel like, oh well, I'm not gonna sit here and vote Democrat because, you know, like you said last time with Hillary Clinton, it's now, well, everything is bad. So what's the point of voting? But it's like, it doesn't mean that to sit back now and just assume that everybody that's running now
It's a point
ain't
we take
shit.
taxes out of our paycheck.
And then my thing too, sorry, real quick, but my thing too is like, people start the voting process. People think the voting process starts with the presidency. So that's the only time you see them voting. But it's like, what happened to like your state councils and all that stuff? People forget that all of that leads, and it's a domino effect as to why, like, you know, when this president gets voted on now, why certain shit that your day-to-day life still isn't fixed, and then you looking at the president like, well, he's not doing anything for me anyway.
Even the court system, like one of the judges who were running, they were at the voting site, like stuff like that. Like visibility is very important. So
I agree with that.
My main thing is, how can we appeal to this new generation of voters? Because somebody made a great point and said that a lot of people even working the polls, they are older. They are older generation. So when they retire, are we gonna even know how to tell people what to do? Like that, to me, there needs to be a way that we appeal to the younger generation. Like I said, like the Facebook thing, I agree with. I didn't necessarily see it, and I don't know a lot of people that have seen it, but if there's a way that we can promote it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, or even on our regular shows, like all we hear is go vote, go vote, go vote, but we need to be more detailed. Like, let's talk about it. Let's have a whole week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how we used to do in schools when you do an election. Like have a whole week
that was like part of the
running up
curriculum
to
at that point, right?
yeah, like running up to the election where we're just talking about that and just encouraging people to do that.
And
everywhere.
That doesn't mean standing outside the voting polls with fucking boxes of Little Caesars pizza.
Right. and a lot of things are closed for people to vote. So you saying that you had to work, like that's trash. Your boss or whoever the case may be, they should excuse you.
They're supposed
like,
to give you at least an hour.
In the state of New York, I think you got 2 hours.
Yeah, they
2 hours in the state of New York to go vote. So you just dip off your job, I'm out of here.
But she works in the city and she would have to vote in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So the last 2 hours of your shift.
Right,
Dip off, vote, and don't come back.
What I don't like though is bouncing off of that, the fact that you have to be in your registered like area, whatever the case is, just to go vote. I feel like it should be a little bit more open than that, because like what if you know what I mean? If you stuck somewhere else.
And honestly, like even today, that was an inconvenience for me because well, it's probably my fault because when I registered to vote in Brooklyn, when I did register to vote, I live in Queens now, but I changed my address, so that's my fault. But like, I wanted to go early, but it was pouring. I'm like, let me just wait till this winter. Then I had to come all the way to Brooklyn, like all the way to the other side of fucking New York. It felt like just to go vote. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit of an inconvenience, but it's partially my fault. But I do agree with that. Cause I'm on the bus on my way there. I'm like, do I really gotta go all the way? So I'm looking like, do you have to?
I was like to everybody.
I mean, I don't think that's that bad because it goes with your address and it keeps track of who, where, and what. Like,
and that's
it's supposed to be anonymous and everything like that. But in terms of like tallying up and seeing what county,
just the data reason.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind that. I think that's fine because the way for them to do something like that would be like electronically or something like that, when you put your address in, and that's making them be more accessible to your information and track you down.
It is going towards that though. Certain states have moved off of like the paper balloting system and moved on to
they need to start doing that.
Electronic. We're moving towards that, and even to piggyback over what you said about maybe like having like for the younger generations, how to get them more involved. I do think social media is taking steps toward that. Maybe I saw it on my timeline because I actually looked up the election information. So like, you know what I'm
so
saying?
it plays a part with your
even people were able to register to vote through Snapchat this year. That's the first time that's ever happened. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully with the 2020 elections.
They know for damn sure not a lot of people's on Snapchat anymore. So Snapchat was trying to make it look from that.
Yeah, but even still, like it's a step forward. So maybe it'll be more accessible on Facebook.
But they know guys damn
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll be accessible on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But we are like, this is the first year that I've seen it on social media.
Yeah, it's a step.
As much as it has.
It's definitely a step.
So hopefully it continues that way.
We do have another special guest in the building, one of our artists for tonight. Can you introduce yourself? Give us your name, where you from, what you do. I discovered this talent on
like
Instagram.
You talk to me, girl. Talk to me, man.
She nasty.
My name is Ayce. I am a singer-songwriter. I live in Jersey. So coming here was crazy, but it was fun. I've been here before though.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for popping out.
Of course, and I had to vote too. So.
I was gonna ask you, did you get?
What was
vote?
your process?
Right.
Yeah, my process is simple. Like I'm just like what he said, Democrat. You know, like most of the Republicans always just piss me off, regardless. So it's always Democrat for me. Every year, every time I get the opportunity to vote, I always vote Democrat. But that's because my mother, that's how she raised me, like, Democrat, you better not ever click that. So when I go in there, that's about it. But this year, I was just so disappointed in the choices. It's just like, okay, like, you know, it's just
Do
like.
you feel like your choices were slimmer this year?
Yeah, Jersey.
I feel like it's always limited. I feel like they're always limited. I feel like politics in general, it's just, they just say what they want to say. They say what they have to say in order to get the votes. And then when it's time to do something, shit never gets done. So look at you juggling. Thank you.
No, but that was something
pouring up.
that was something that one of my homeboys, you know, he doesn't vote normally, so he was saying like his biggest issue as far as voting is he feels swindled either way. Yeah. Like, you know, you might have someone that is for what you're saying, and as soon as they get in house now, they switch it up and they change it, and now they're no longer for what you're saying. And so he just feels like it's a waste because of that. I just feel like if you start from the beginning as far as putting the right people in place and in a position to still have at least a good 8 out of the 10 things that you want, then you're still in good standing versus just giving up and feeling like, all right, anybody could go into my house and you have someone like Trump that's like,
me, like, I'd rather you swindle me out of $20 than swindle me out of $200. Like,
right.
See, all right. So here's the thing. Also, this is what I learned from working with Stanley Fish. Shout out to him. He's a very important person to me because he is a black male in politics, and I call him hood. I call him a hood politic because he came from where we came from, but he also knows the importance of certain people. And so I was a part of the primary elections. I think I worked with him in September, I believe, and I learned like not that I didn't know this, but there are a lot of
ain't bring no chaser. Sorry.
There was this guy running for office for state senate, and he was a Democrat, but he like made deals with Republicans, and he had a lot of Republican backing or whatever the case may be. Like, it's a lot of sneaky politics with that too. So doing your research about the actual person, like despite the party, I do agree with.
Yes.
And then it starts, like you said, there's levels to everything. So even having somebody represent the Democratic Party, we vote on that.
Right.
So we just have to do our research on the individual person and where they come from. And because there are people who come from law, who come from, you know, being a policeman or whatever the case may be. And there's also people who was on TV and hit TV shows and shit like that. Like, who would you rather? Somebody who's made their life about law and politics and you know, being for the people, or somebody who said, maybe I should run for
I'm gonna wake up this morning, right?
Definitely not that person.
You know what I heard today? Like, people complain.
Right.
So,
And that's the thing, most people don't
Right.
pay attention to voting in a primary, and then they complain when their options are limited.
Yeah, like-
And that's my thing. It's like, educate yourself on the whole entire voting process, not just when it comes down to the big day where it's like, oh, okay, this is what we got.
like
Into it.
I can
Right.
understand like
Descending.
the last presidential election, like a lot of people who didn't want to vote for Hillary because during the primary, niggas went out and voted for Bernie Sanders. Like,
Fact.
niggas like, God damn, like now we fucked up. Now we got Hillary, but at the same time, it's like, listen, understand, like, you wanted Bernie over Hillary, but you also should want Hillary over fucking Donald Trump.
Right.
Right, I mean,
Exactly. It was
See,
just-
Hillary
like-
blew mine, bro. Hillary
everybody was
definitely
like,
blew
oh, the
mine.
lesser of the evils. Okay.
Yes, always go with the lesson.
Lesser
Right?
of two evils, that's just what it is. Who
I
can you
mean-
swindle now at the end of the day? Like,
As soon
we
as Trump
can't
started
change
saying
nobody.
who's building walls, like everybody should just
Right.
Nah, bro.
It wasn't happening like that. Once he said he was building walls, Americans really showed their colors. I mean, they
Yeah.
white.
Yeah,
they
they
white. They
should.
showed they
Like
white.
that wall.
The white
Right.
Oh, there's a wall?
I
Yeah.
never
You gonna kick these niggas out?
No, seriously.
Right.
They like, we gonna build the wall with you, Trump.
That was the white lines.
He was like,
That's really
yeah,
what it
he was like, yeah, grabbing the pussy stuff. That's weird, but I'm with that wall.
You know what's
Right.
crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, I feel like the grab her in the pussy thing was so, like, people were so numb to it because of that funny shit that was happening with the news person, where the nigga kept running up talking about fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
yeah,
So when
yeah.
niggas heard that, it was just kind of like, oh well, I feel like we heard this somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
Not
they
saying
take
not.
it seriously.
White America live in a culture where it's okay to sexualize women
That's a
and get away with the
fact.
shit
Culture, yeah.
time and
That's
time
a
again.
fact.
That's what it really is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Trump did? My president did? Oh, it's lit. I'm about to go grab my secretary.
Yeah.
Let's get
Yo,
it.
niggas
Yeah.
need to watch the Woods. Homie grabbed Shorty ass and got his ass. Wow. Like, no, you cannot touch women, my nigga.
Cannot touch
You
women.
feel me? You gonna get slapped and then big bro will come whoop your ass. Like, life lessons, bitch.
It's not enough people with their ass beat.
Ah.
That's what it comes down
Come
to.
on, man.
That's
That's just crazy.
But moving forward, we had two swindlers as far as this election stuff goes. Well, one woman, a black woman, she claimed herself wearing the MAGA hats, and she claimed herself being Republican. She was all for Trump. But the gag was she ended up getting $150,000. $100,000, yeah. Because she started a GoFundMe to start her campaign, but she really wasn't with the Trump shit. So she took that money
Oh.
and was like, you know, I don't feel bad because Republicans aren't humans anyway. Like some shit like that. They're not people
Oh.
anyway. So she was saying, you know, she had a whole story about how her mother kicked her out and she had to drop out of school, and the whole sad story, whatever the case is, to get this money. And she's the GOAT though. She's the biggest swindler. 2018.
Wow.
He was from Irish descent, and he was saying how everyone is African in essence. So he's a born again African, and it's your choice to accept it or not.
Welcome home, South African brother.
He got $500,000 from some school or something like that he ended up enrolling in.
He still can't say nigga. That's a super fact. That's a super
That's
fact.
all they want to do.
But like it's pretty much like the Rachel Dolezal kind of situation. Like but that's what gets me mad with.
That's me.
Huh?
Just saying.
She did what?
Wrong.
She was wrong, you said?
Rachel.
Yo, nah.
See, Rachel dragged it with the makeup and the hair.
Right,
That
she was
what
doing too much.
She was part of the NAACP.
Right.
Like,
She was position.
She was
And
down
she
for
was
the
in a
club,
youth
that's-
position.
she was bucking, bro.
She should've been
was
low-key.
bucking.
Right.
Sis was sad.
She didn't. If she would have just stayed with her regular,
Sis wanted to be
appearance
black.
and move like that, it would have been different. But the fact that you was in the double ACB,
Right, and the head of it, though.
And you held
right.
a major position, like
Right.
crocheted hair
Right.
and all, like Shorty was playing the part.
Right.
She went
And my thing with the dude
For
now
years.
is if he start claiming, all right, I'm black, blah blah. Now all these, white people gonna come out of nowhere and start trying to claim the same shit, and then
Listen,
start
welcome home, my brother, my
I mean, the
South
Northern
African
area.
brother.
If they want to be black,
Just so
let's
they
get it.
know, they from South Africa. Okay,
Just make sure
the niggas is up north. We always been. Everywhere we go, we's up north. But go ahead.
So now, the next subject was the teacher that got in the fight with that student.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think
none
the
of
student
this.
was Hispanic
Did
or
the
something
student
like
start the fight?
that.
That's all I want to know.
He was antagonizing the teacher. He kept calling him the N-word. He kept saying nigga, or whatever,
Oh, nah.
whatever. But I think the
Two
student
pieces
was
of biscuit.
Hispanic. And so
Oh,
he was
God.
like in his face
I was
or whatever the
grabbing
case
the
is.
ribs.
And by like the fifth nigga, you know what I mean? The teacher stole
I ain't
off
gonna
on
beat
him.
us so many niggas.
Right. The teacher stole off
I
on
take
him
my
and
tie
whooped
off.
his ass. So now, a lot of people fundraise, about like 80K for the teacher.
That's it? Now we
Like
need
so
more than
far,
that.
yeah.
1 year salary.
They
Right.
fired him.
I think they fired him. He
I lose
got
my job for
charges
somebody
pressed
calling
on
me a
him.
nigga.
That's a fact.
That's a good
Yeah, that's
call.
a great reason.
But like, what's
Can I tell
happening?
y'all
Don't let me be
story?
Jimmy on top of that. It's lit.
Can
I'm already
I
with
please tell y'all
sweat.
story? Can I please?
But hold on, real quick though. What's the position with teachers and these students that are out of line?
I'm
like,
with it.
I see it all the time,
I'm
right?
with it.
Yeah, like, why are we? At what point are we gonna
All right,
all
Miss,
the way
damn.
penalize the
Respect
teachers
anybody,
for
child. Disrespect.
defending themselves in any way? Like,
Let me
I
say
don't
something
know.
about that, right? I'm gonna assume we're all around the same age group, like
Right.
the most 2-3 years apart, right?
Yeah.
Growing up, we wasn't that stupid because our parents was fucking us up in the crib. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Remember? Come on, we Haitian.
Yeah.
She beat your ass and make you
Stop
get on your
calling.
knees in the corner like, yeah, look at that wall, pussy. Oh, sorry, mommy.
Right.
Right? So now for nothing, kids nowadays they don't get beatings, right? And they swear up and down, they big and bad.
Yep.
When's the last time you took public transportation? You see the little niggas after school. Yeah, suck my dick. I slap old people.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I'm 26. Let me be a teacher at high school. You talking shit? I'm 26.
Right.
I will
ain't
fuck
too
you
far.
up. I'm
Right.
not
I ain't
too
too
far
far.
removed.
Ain't nothing between the
fuck
thing.
you
I'm
up.
spacing
Yeah,
out
like,
with them
I'm
things.
still old enough to be
Okay.
an older sibling. I will fuck your ass
Right.
up.
Facts.
And don't be 17. I'm gonna beat your ass. I got your info. I'm gonna go to your crib and beat you up again.
Yep.
I'm 17. I'm gonna fight you like a man.
That's a
That's what
fact.
God.
I'm saying.
Headshots all day.
That's what I'm like. Not for nothing. My
I'm
mother's
17. Yeah, I got the ratchet in my car, pussy. What's up? That's what you talk. I got this shit in
Like,
my
what's
car.
good?
Poppin', pussy.
Like, not for nothing, my mother's a teacher, and she's gotten not into fights with students, but like she got into a situation where like even if the students are fighting now, she's involved because she has to kind of like probably be the one to separate it.
Yeah.
Now she's tussled over, her
Really?
ankle twisted. You know, she like, I have to really run up on a couple kids.
Nah.
Like,
Your
I'm
mom
like-
throw me a 20. I got
because what I think
Per child.
happens too, and not gonna, I've been a student, young and dumb, but you forget these teachers come from families. They have families at
Right.
home that they want to get back to the same way you want to go home. So you thought she was by herself? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm running your mouth. So like I've even had to go up to a couple kids because it's like they really be wanting to square up with teachers, and people don't talk about that. All you see is the teacher stalling off on these kids, and then it's like, oh, teacher got to get arrested.
Except the
Oh,
white
teacher.
teachers.
That too.
I
They
am
only
sorry.
get them when they having sex with the kids. You know what I'm saying? But
That's right.
what's your story?
Facts.
I had some bad teachers in high school. I
Yo.
wish
Let me tell y'all something.
Yo. What?
these meth head looking ass
I was in
teachers
sixth
out sucking boys' dicks and shit. Yeah.
Yo, I was in 6 feet to my freshman year of college.
See, y'all niggas is nasty.
Right.
Once you in college, we all grown. Like, what's
Yeah.
up?
Hey, at that point,
You know
then
that
like
one
you
random
can
day
do
you
what
came
you
back to
want.
high school, you had to return that one textbook, right?
Right.
You had to return that one textbook.
Damn,
Alright.
Worm is
I
fine.
graduated. Oh, what's I graduated now? What's up?
I'm
Alright, so Again, I used to go to school in Southside Williamsburg, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a teacher.
Why are you shit like
Southside
Williamsburg?
Nah, she want to give it credit. Let my son rock. Let my son rock.
Southside Williamsburg.
I heard her.
No, nigga, Southside Williamsburg.
Say it again. What your chest
Talk a
up?
lot.
What you talking about?
Like what is
By Marcy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
What y'all talking about?
Let them know, Joe.
Williamsburg. Alright, go ahead. Continue.
Alright.
No.
Y'all talking about the north side where the Jewish niggas be at, where it's close to Bushwick and all of that shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the J line. That's what I'm talking about.
That's okay.
All right.
So this teacher, it was a yoga teacher. We used to have yoga as a
What? Now you going all credit.
I'm telling you.
You went to the good school.
It was called El Puente Academy for Peace and Justice, and we had alternative classes.
Oh, y'all lit.
Yes, it was.
Oh, they
that
talked
was one
about
of my
taxes.
favorite. Yes, they talked about real shit in my school. So,
Right.
anyways, we had this one. The only white person I remember in the school was the yoga teacher, and I swear to God. So now. Niggas is doing yoga, Why did the teacher call one of the students a nigger, bro?
What?
It was
R
lit
nigger?
for her, yes.
Oh, nah, that's right.
What?
Yes, it was lit. No, she called a guy a nigger.
Oh, he
nah.
hit her
She was
with
a
the
girl.
whoop-ups?
Yo, it was lit for her.
Was it a one-on-one or did
But here's the thing,
Right, they
though.
probably whooped that teacher's ass.
So
My
there's
mans? Nah,
there's
fuck
two
with
sides of it, right? In any situation, there's two sides, three sides, however the fuck you want to
Nah,
put
when
it.
you say nigga, ain't no
Now, right. So that was a sense you could say that was a situation where it's like it don't matter what the fuck the situation was,
Right.
we okay
Right.
with it because she said nigga.
Right.
But half the time, the students be trying the fucking teachers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They be trying the teachers. This same nigga, he yo,
Alright, so was he a nigga
he
for real?
was so
Right. Was
fucking,
he acting like a nigga?
Not only was the nigga annoying, he was irritating and he would just push your fucking buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard that shit, I was not for nothing. I was on defense. I said, I mean, she shouldn't have said nigga, but that's a nigga right there.
Like he
That
acting like a
nigga
nigga
need
right
his
now.
ass bust. That nigga, he tries every single time, and I know for a fact, like people like my older brother, niggas used to just try them, especially kids in special ed.
Mm-hmm.
Like teachers try you, and you don't even know which one come first at the time. But the teachers be trying you because they think that you're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They think that you're a minority, whatever. You don't really give a fuck about what's going on anyway. So they pick on you. They talk to you crazy off rip.
Mm-hmm.
They think that because they're in a position of power, especially deans. Nigga. Especially fucking deans.
I know what you're talking about.
Are you stupid? Are you dumb stupid? Yo, this nigga had a saying to call niggas dumb. He said, what the fuck is he?
What's up, Joe? Like, that shit was annoying.
That
bro.
nigga would talk to you so crazy.
It was very
He
condescending.
would say some shit like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you stupid dumb? Or some shit like that. Somebody from 231 remind me what the fuck is nigga. And it's like, bro, like, I'm just walking down the fucking hallway and I'm dumb. Like, bro, like, relax.
It's definitely a disconnect
Schools?
between like teachers, you know, deans and stuff like that, staff and students. You know what I'm saying? Because not for nothing, kids don't have no respect for the authority either. And a lot of teachers feel like they just a bunch of animals that they gotta babysit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
weak ass paycheck.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like we
Why you
should
do
just
that
jump
to
right
them
into like
Nah,
Teacher salaries, y'all.
they deserve more money.
they do deserve more money.
Way more
Shit.
money.
My mom deserves more money, man.
I worked in a sandwich shop and made more money than teachers.
No comment.
but-
Making sandwiches, B.
Nah, my homegirl, she a teacher, she lit. Shout out. She lit. Shout out. She lit. Yo, Olivia, you lit. Yeah, she lit.
I'm done. Nah, Olivia is different. But then the teachers ain't having their own life too. And speaking of motherfuckers,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
teachers be outside wild and then they bring that energy back into the school with the
Yeah,
kids.
I agree.
Either they fucking marriage is crumbling, they
Yeah.
fucking face is trash. What the fuck? Bitches have races, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Cigarettes,
it's a lot of things that happens in their life and they bring that shit to school. And they don't understand, like, the kids, they escape whatever the fuck they going on if they have like a rough, you know, house or whatever. They escape that shit. They come to school, they with
And they
their
bring
friends, they chilling, they having fun. They may not be the most studious motherfuckers, but they 9 times out of 10 they not trying to cause any trouble. Like,
well, at least not
Nigga,
back
what?
in our day.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays they do be bringing their bullshit and they turmoil to
they
the
be having
school.
threesomes in the hallway. Yeah.
Yeah, like
My first
Do
day
they
of
want to
high
cut class? Do they want to cut class? Yeah, it's like a little dick, you know, on the staircase.
Nah, my first day of high school, I saw some kid get robbed. You tripping? They coming
they be
to
coming
some
to school
trouble.
with guns.
I'm so, but with the
I feel
teachers
like,
though.
but I feel like
What?
teachers and students alike should get evaluated every couple months. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, like they were trying to. I think they bring in mental evaluation and stuff like that to New York, like
Yeah,
counseling and stuff
counselors
like that.
too.
Because yeah, I think teachers and students are like.
Thank you.
more
Richmond Hill was
counseling
fucking crazy, bro.
overtime and shit like that. But I'm gonna get into my girl over here. I'm gonna get into your music. Please tell us what you do and all that stuff. Like, I know I saw you online and you did your own rendition. I forgot what the song was, but you did your own rendition.
I did a couple renditions so far. So I did her and Daniel Caesar.
Yes, that's what
I
it
did
was.
Best Part, and then I
Yes.
did a rendition to Cardi B. Which song that? Oh my gosh, it'll Get Up 10.
Okay.
And then I did another one too. It was like the security challenge going on Instagram. You guys heard of it? Like the security challenge for the singers.
Nah.
Alright, so basically this kid,
I'm not cool.
he did a song.
Challenge for everything.
Right. This kid did a song and oh shit. He did a song and basically it went viral and everybody was doing the security challenge, so I did that too.
Can I hear it real quick?
Yeah,
So we can know what the
Like live?
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. I've been hurt so many times before. I mean, shattered into pieces. The nigga left my heart on the floor. He thought that I was done for good, oh, but then I found my cure. Build my God up strong just like armor, and I'll never hurt no more. But I feel sorry for you, babe, 'cause now you gotta break my walls, 'cause I wanna let you in. That's about it.
Go ahead, Control.
Okay.
She held them notes like this.
Yeah, I heard her.
It's
do
not
the-
too many people that could do that
Yes,
on rip.
I heard her do
Thanks.
the best part.
She was ready.
And she did her rendition. First off, the lyrics was fire,
Thank
and that
you.
was the main thing. Cause you know some people do their own little
Thank
breakdown, they do their own little
Remix.
remix, but it's not like the lyrics ain't really saying much. But her
Yeah.
lyrics is fire, and your control is everything.
Yeah, you have a
you.
lot of control.
Yes.
That's
Thank
just
you.
dope.
So are you working on any like of your own music? Are you working on any like albums and stuff like that?
Yes, so I am working on my new music, but I'm just beginning to record, so we're talking about like next year. So right now what I'm doing is like covers. I'm actually dropping a song that I wrote on the 16th. I'm dropping a music video with it. It's called I Don't Belong Here. Short Belong Here. I'm really excited about that song, but after that I did this. It's about, I wish I would have sent it to you, but anyway.
You can still
Not too late.
Yeah, like, so it's not even like master, but it's pretty dope to play anyway. I wrote it 2 years ago actually, when I was like in a really broken state. I was going through mad shit, relationships, school was getting on my nerves, about to drop out, but I graduated. So, and I wrote the song. It's basically talking about like how I was in a really dark place, but I felt as though like I didn't belong there. So I was talking like prophetically through the song, and it's just really repetitive because it's just basically like just a big artwork of expression. And then the video, I actually shout out to True, my director. We went to PA and we rented out this Airbnb. You guys know about Airbnb?
Yeah.
Yo, I found this
Yeah, that was
Airbnb.
cute.
It's a cabin. Literally, the cabin had like, all right, so the bathroom was over here, the room was here, the kitchen was here, and it's all in the woods. And and me and my boyfriend stayed out there for a night. It was like firewood. It was beautiful. Chickens running around, dogs. It was so far though, and that's where we shot the video at for it. And it's coming out on the 16th, so I'm really excited.
So did your writing help you get through those moments? You know, we usually ask what motivates you, what keeps you going in your. So I'm glad to hear that you know, are talking about how you had a dark moment, but then you were able to get out of that. So like, did the writing really help you get through that?
Writing always helps me get through everything. Yeah, so basically sometimes I find myself not even talking, I just write it. Or if I even hear something that sticks with me, I write it down. and my voice memos are lit. Like all my voice memos are basically all my songs before I record them. So I get inspiration from everything: pain, love, new people, like new places, inconveniences, everything. I write about it. So writing has got me through everything. That's all. That's basically my favorite thing to do is write. And that's all I do all day.
Nah, that's super dope.
How long have you been doing this though? Like how long have you been singing and writing and everything like that?
So I actually started singing in church, like most, you know. So I'm talking like 5 years old, you know, just singing in the choir, looking for solos, like. And I started singing in middle school, high school, school. Professionally, I started singing 15 years old. My uncle had opened up a recording studio. So I was around a lot of reggae artists. My uncle was from Trinidad. So I was around a lot of reggae artists. So I started writing for reggae artists at 15. And then I was doing like my singles, my music. It sounded horrible because nobody was really there to guide me. So like, plus they were all reggae artists. So that anybody who could sing, they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be big, you know? So nobody really was there to like,
help
mold me to actually be an artist. So we're talking like 18 years old, college, I joined this label. Well, I signed to this label, this independent label called Mess Music. And there I met my mentor, King David, who basically took my talent and just was like, let me help you shape it. So I have like over 50 songs, like just recorded with him. And yeah, since then I just been recording. After some like time with that label though, I decided to go on a more independent route. Then I came back to him as a mentor. So basically that was when I really started doing more professional work. I was like 18, but I've been singing forever.
Do you have a label that you would want to sign to?
To be honest, no. Like,
why?
To be honest, I'm very anti-label. Everybody asks me. I'm more so like, get me a distribution deal, give me a production deal, give me a publishing deal, give me money. Like, I don't want to sign over my name and my look and my sound over, because that's when they start, that's when they start to tell you who you are, and I'm not with it. So basically, my goal is to just be independent. I like to put out songs whenever I want, work with whoever I want, sound however I want. And labels, nobody's trying to do labels no more.
Any producers you feel like you would want to work with?
Actually, my boyfriend's a producer, so he's
Come
lit.
through, babe.
Right.
Yeah, like he's my main, he's amazing. So he's the main producer I would want to work with right now. Like I'm talking about celebrity producers. I don't know. I really love her as producer. I love her sound. And of course DJ Mustard's killing it with LMA. So like, I don't know, I would work with any producer. But right now the producers I work with are like PGKD. These are all Jersey like producers as well. And like anybody independent grinding, I collab with. I don't ever charge. Like when I do features for artists, local artists especially, I don't feel like I should charge my peers. Like, so I'm not really big on charging. I do like features for free. Writing, well, I do charge for writing, but that's another story. Of course, like like
Publishing too.
Right.
like I do charge for writing, but as far as like, if somebody's like, yo, I really like your sound, I really want you to be on a track, I'm not gonna charge you for that. You feel me? If the song blows up, like, what's up? Like, let's break bread, but I'm not about to. I don't really charge artists.
I know
Not a lot of people backtrack though. So once you give them, if you give them the masters or you give them the song, they are not going to come back to you. They gonna let that shit rock. So at least have some type of paperwork. That
I have like. Oh, sorry to cut you off. Like I have contracts. Like, so the first time I work with artists, if we never worked before, it's free. So you could just get a feel of what I am, like what I do. If you like it, all the artists I worked with come back, so then I start getting money. So basically the first time is free, so you can feel me. If you don't like my energy, if you don't like my sound, then cool. If you do, then you come back, and then that's when I give my prices. But to start off, I feel like it's just a little, like it's like almost a barrier when you're meeting a new artist, and you guys are talking about creating, and you guys are kicking it off, and then the first thing is like, so I charge this much. It's discouraging a little bit, especially if you have an artist who may not be like financially stable. So I try to just break that barrier off rip, and I don't charge. I know it's mad crazy, but it's gonna pay off. Like a lot of artists look at me and they be like, yo, you inspired me. I do that now. You feel me? Like it's just like I love to do it so much. It comes so easily. You feel me? I don't really sweat it. Yeah, I don't really sweat it. So yeah.
I know Jersey got their own sound. What's that bounce music? I don't know. They got that dance.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs that like kind of stay true to your Jersey?
Oh man, yo, I don't have, to be honest, I do not have songs like that.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of friends as artists that do that.
Okay.
Tokyo Japanese Junkie. Like, we have a lot of people who.
Familiar.
Yeah, she's that bitch can't bounce like me. Bounce like me. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, so I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that do that sound already. I think I could, you know. I don't think I will ever probably make a song like that. But if they take one of my songs and remix it, then that's another thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Do you what artist was it that you felt like that's who you wanted to be when you as like growing up, like that? What artist did you almost like mimic?
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Fantasia. Like Fantasia is my everything. Like she's my favorite artist. Real life, music, everything. Like everything she struggled with, I relate to. Everything she's been through, I relate to. Like I found myself, I was gonna do Broadway, like Fantasia, and Fantasia wasn't able to do Broadway because of her voice. Our voices are really raspy. So when you do something like Broadway, you're always gonna lose your voice. And that's what she struggled with during Broadway. And I'm like, yo, I go through the same thing. Come to find out, like when she had went to the vocal doctor, I was looking at her interview, she had lymph nodes as well. I went to the doctor, I had the same thing. I'm like, yo. Just Fantasia as an artist.
So what does that mean though?
Yeah.
Like, get into that.
So basically, like, all right, so Fantasia comes from like church music, really harsh, like gospel, real gospel, same as me. So when you sing on your voice like that, and you pound like on your, and you're really hard on your vocal cords, you will develop like little bumps on your vocal cords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and mostly they're benign. Other times, you have to go on vocal rest for like a long period of time.
Wow.
Do they ever go away?
They do go. Mine went away actually.
Okay.
But when I was younger, yeah, I used to study classical music, and my voice was just like, oh my gosh, I used to just stress my voice, and I had many of them. But over the years, when I've done training, you know, I go to vocal classes. Shout out to the voice box, and I've learned my voice so much that I don't really strain myself anymore. So yeah, so Fantasia definitely, and my male favorite singer is Charlie Wilson. So
Thank you!
Are you
Thank
serious?
you! I'm dead serious, yo! I really have to blast everybody because people don't understand the power of Charlie Wilson.
Oh my God!
Bruh,
no.
thank you! I'm about to.
How I feel about
Please
Charlie.
send me this fucking clip immediately
you don't
because
understand.
thank you.
Yo.
Thank you.
I'm here with
Thank you.
I had to defend Charlie Wilson. since I
Thank
was
you. Thank you.
Bro.
Thank you. Thanks.
Do you know how many Charlie Wilson concerts I've been to?
Y'all
know
need to
his
stop
story.
sleeping on my Uncle Charlie.
Bro,
Stop
Charlie
fucking
Wilson-
playing, son.
Charlie
Stop
Wilson.
fucking playing. Sleeping on my
Bro.
goddamn. How you know?
Bro.
Because every time I mention Charlie
Yeah.
Wilson, they be looking at me like,
He old as fuck.
like he's not still doing music.
Do you hear
that's
Charlie
relevant. Are you
Wilson's
kidding?
voice though? Untouchable. Untouchable. Like untouchable by who? Who's touching him?
Bruh. So alright, so let me get into it then. So how do you
She like, see?
No, seriously. What people don't understand is longevity
Of course,
and
they will
replay
never
value.
forget.
Charlie Wilson is an artist that can be timeless.
Of
You
course.
can have him on any song because there are artists who triple their vocals, right?
Yeah.
Because they want that effect. They don't understand that you can have a singer underneath your primary vocals to get the sound that you want. And Charlie Wilson is a type of artist that can do that. So like in R&B, I feel like a lot of people stray between like the hip hop side and the pop side. So in terms of your sound, how true are you gonna say to R&B or like ballads and stuff like that. Is that something you're gonna run with, or are you open to doing pop records or hip hop records?
So pop, not so much. Rock, I'm really into. I love rock music. Never will I be boxed into R&B. That's just stopping my bread. And all. I do dabble in hip hop because I do rap as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do hip hop. I can see me doing like rock music. I can see me doing like R&B music. Pop, to be honest, like I want to be like water. I want to do everything. I just don't like resonate with pop. Like I love listening to it, but me getting into it, like I don't know. But you never know. I might.
Yeah.
As far as sticking to just R&B is never gonna happen. I even put out gospel song too.
Okay.
I have a song called Different, cause I just want to be as me as possible. If I feel like one day I want to release a gospel song, that's what I want to do. And I feel like most of the artists that are coming up now, they have freedom that artists back in the day never had.
Yeah.
You feel me? Cause artists, if you were an R&B singer, that's it. Like, if you start doing other things, your money, you know, people gonna be like, I don't know what you want. I don't know who you are.
I don't know how to market.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
like,
what happened in Nivea.
Yeah. Exactly. And to be honest, Nivea trying to come back is probably not. It's not gonna resonate anyway because everybody's like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Like she watching.
Yeah, you gotta do something else. Like it's sad. The music industry is like once you're there and you try to come back, it doesn't really work out. Only sometimes it does. But anyway, with me, I want to be that artist that I could put out whatever I want. So once you go into a label, it's clipped for all of that. They're not letting you. You're not gonna be a gospel singer, gonna put out a song about love if it don't say some type of, you feel me, some type of reverence. Yeah. You know, that's why all these gospel singers putting out love songs is so like wedding song-ish because they can't do anything. So that's why another artist that I'm becoming a favorite of, well, he's becoming my favorite, is Mally Music.
Yes,
Come on now, like Mally Music is one of those artists that are so hated by Christians because they're so mad because it's like he refuses to be put in a box, and I love it because you have a talent. Why should you have to limit yourself to singing about your religion? Like if you went through a heartbreak, I should be able to go to the studio and release how I feel. And that's what Mally Music is doing. And he lost a lot of his gospel fans. But now he's doing songs with Jasmine Sullivan. He has songs with her. He has songs with mad people, rappers now. So he's just getting his coin.
I feel like that's the argument that has been since the beginning of music.
Right.
Like Jamie Foxx did who? Ray Charles, right?
Right, yeah.
It was the same thing. You coming from church and you're doing the secular music and you have to break out like. But people don't understand like church. That thing, it strengthens your vocals so much. It teaches you so much, and people need to take that and mirror that, and have people just off rip from young start singing like that and have that type of discipline, that type of control, that type of consistency, and then you won't have to worry about, oh well, these are church people and these are
allow that to be a foundation.
And it comes a lot with parents. Parents don't want you to do anything unless it has to tie into church a lot, especially in our community.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Like, was it hard to transition into what you do now?
No.
That like maybe your family felt like, oh,
well, it's pretty complicated.
Talking about sex now.
It's complicated because I'm adopted, right?
Oh.
So my birth family are Haitian. So Haitians were my Haitian side of the family were the people where I got the most backlash. You don't need to be a nurse. You don't need to do that.
You're the W, right? There was no R. That was straight.
Yeah, you know. I went to my mom and I'm like, you know, it took, to be honest with you, because my adopted family, they're from North Carolina, so black. I'm talking about like country black. So I was able to give birth to both worlds, but thank God I had that support system because my adopted mom, I'm just gonna say mom, she's the reason why I was able to get all the studio time and go to school, and you feel.
Expand on that. You know
and they don't understand that. It's because so many, especially Haitians, like they were not able. Caribbean parents, you have to understand where they come from though, because you have to understand where they come from because their parents didn't let them
do anything.
Haitians came, literally were just like, yo, America, that's it.
Yeah.
Go to America,
Go to
get your
school.
money,
Yeah.
bring it back to Haiti.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they
In the
were.
barrels.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? In the barrels.
Yeah.
All over
So-
the place.
Everything.
But you have the nerve to be working and making money and not sending nothing back.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you know the best
Yeah.
part? You go in your room and take
The
your coat and put it in
nerve.
the barrel.
Right. Come to find out, like, where's my clothes? Oh, I sent it to Haiti.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I, my transition was, to be honest, I almost came off as a little rebellious, to be honest, to my church people.
Girl, everything is
Girl,
rebellious.
I know a lot of my church family, they find me to be rebellious, but it's, if this is rebellion, then it is what it is, because I don't censor myself. I'm very open with who I am. And a lot of Christians, they are so scared of being open with who they are. It's really sad, actually.
That's why they're so mad. I feel like
they're mad because
they're stuck.
Yeah, and then you have like
They put
gospel
themselves
singers.
in a box though.
Yeah.
It's nobody else. It's all mental.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. It's just like, why would you like put that much mental strain on you? It's your life. And I really feel bad for the gospel singers too. Like, a lot of gospel singers, they feel just. Leandria Johnson, if you guys know who she is, she's a gospel singer who's like so transparent. I love her. Like, she be drinking Hennessy and stuff. Like, she's lit. Because she be
Because they all do that on the low anyway.
They all have bars. Like, I don't understand. So
my whole thing is, don't act like you're not still a real person.
yeah.
Like, whatever you want to call it, the flesh calling you or
The
whatever.
new spiritual awakening.
blood of
Like, we
Jesus.
There are 365 days in the year. You're not going to tell me that not one day that you did not want to do something that was quote unquote bad. Like, stop labeling it good or bad. It's human. Like, we all have human tendencies, human needs, human desires, things that we do. When you make it seem like y'all not human, that's when people start ODing.
Right. And Leandria Johnson, she OD. They even took her off the they took her off the Stella Awards. They didn't even let her sing because apparently she said something on live. She was like, "Fuck that," and the gospel world went nuts. Like, imagine saying "fuck" and everybody just like, "Well, that's enough."
Like that passing
No more.
person.
Yeah.
Grab
You
their
are
hats and shit. Like,
you are a woman of God. Like, that's exactly what I'm trying to stray away from. Like, because I don't need that. So it's like, I go to church. I actually, I have a really great spiritual connection with my bishop. And you feel me? My bishop see my videos and he like it. And he say, keep it moving. Like, that's all you got to do. So I feel bad for everyone else who's stuck.
Nah, well, you ain't stuck, girl. You
Nah, I'm
stuck.
stuck.
We're
Nah.
gonna take a quick music break, and we're gonna introduce our artist for the night. Also, we got Lars active in the building, and hopefully we can hear some of your vocals a little bit before we leave.
She rap. We
want to hear something
some
else
more.
too. Alright, so we'll be right back.
I can't believe like
I don't wanna think about it. I just wanna get it off my mind. I ain't got no time to stress you, but I think about you all the time. Never